Question number 2, this is from Michael. That's at mycon0224. Question is, the hysteria surrounding CJ Stroud during his rookie season has now turned to crickets regarding his significant regression, completion percentage, interceptions in 24 and now this season. What's the assessment of Stroud's performance in NFL circles? I think the assessment is that in 2024, he didn't have the same confidence in everything around him that he had as a rookie. And there's a couple reasons for that. First of all, when he was a rookie, he was coming in with a first-year offensive coordinator in Bobby Slowick. The NFL didn't have a book on Slowick yet. They had a veteran offensive line that was playing well together. They had a healthy receiver group. There were a lot of things for the Texans that were right in 2023. Going to 2024, the culture in the offensive line crumbles. It becomes toxic in that offensive line room. The receiver room has injuries. So your top 3 receivers all dealt with significant injuries. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs. And then the scheme, Bobby Slowick's scheme, the NFL caught up to some of the things they were doing, and there was a feeling that the Texans didn't adjust to some of the things that defenses were throwing at them. On top of that, you had CJ Stroud himself, who was used to having a lot of control when he was the quarterback at Ohio State, not having as much control. Now, part of that is the structure of that offense. It puts more in the center to make protection adjustments. There are more things coming on from the sideline. There's the CAN system, which means the quarterback is looking for a coverage indicator. He's got 2 plays, and that coverage indicator tells him whether to go with the play as called or to can the play to the second call. CJ Stroud was used to having a little bit more control to adjust and change things. And as he looked out there at the defense and he saw things that weren't quite right or that they were running into a bad look, he didn't feel like he had enough power to change things. So they bring in a new offensive coordinator and Nick Caley from New England, from a system in the New England system that gives the quarterback a lot of power. Caley spent the last 2 years with the Rams after coming up in New England. So he does have background in the system that CJ ran his first 2 years. And the thought was, okay, we're going to empower CJ Stroud. We're going to give him more control at the line of scrimmage. But that is a process. Fixing the offensive line, that is a process. Overhauling the receiver group, that is a process. The Texans right now have 2 rookie receivers that are playing, Jaden Hickens and Jalen Noel. They have a rookie at left tackle in Ariante Ursary. They have a rookie offensive coordinator, again, in Caley. Give it some time. I'm not saying that this is going to be the greatest show on turf by week 8 or week 9, but I do think that we need to give this a little bit of time. And again, the assessment in league circles on CJ Stroud is that last year it looked like he didn't trust things quite as much. Let's let him get back to a point where he can trust what's around him a little bit more. They've got maybe the best defense in the league. I think this is a team that could look really, really good 6 or 7 weeks from now, but you got to give it a little time. And I understand everybody's got shows to do and everybody's got columns to write and everybody now has, for the first time in months, things to react to. But I think this is one situation where a little patience could lead you down a road where you see a team that maybe be ready to challenge the upper echelon in the AFC after making the playoffs the last couple of years. And I mean, it's not like it was a complete mess last year. They were in the divisional round, and they were right there neck and neck with the Chiefs in the fourth quarter at Arrowhead in that divisional round.